Okay, we've got to talk about season 2 of Southern Hospitality. I don't really branch out a lot and talk about other Bravo shows, but you should know that I watch other shows other than just Below Deck. So we had the premiere this week of Southern Hospitality. As many of you know, I recently moved to Charleston. I have some connections around the Bravo community down here, and I'm just so excited. I love Charleston. It's the best. I know you're jealous that I live here. I don't care. So I got the opportunity to go to the VIP cocktail hour, happy hour at Republic. And if you don't know the gist of the show, it's based on Leva Bonaparte, who owns several restaurants and bars around downtown Charleston and around King Street in the downtown area. And one of them, Republic, is very nightclubby. It's got the bottle service girls talking about the little sparklers and lots of bottle service and champagne. And yeah, everyone there is very good looking, so you know the drama is good. And I just had such a blast at their event. I really enjoyed it. I think one of my biggest takeaways was that they're actually so much prettier in person, and they're already gorgeous on TV. So yeah, if you're thinking like there's no way, like it's got to be makeup, it's got to be editing, it's got to be the cameras. No, I'm so sorry to tell you, they are just as beautiful as you think they are. And honestly, if I were the Southern Charm cast, I would feel so threatened. No surprise that they timed it so that the premiere of Southern Hospitality was happening the same day that they filmed the Southern Charm reunion up in New York. So none of the Southern Charm stars were there, but I'm sure they would have been because, you know, again, they're about their coin. They're going to show up. They're going to clap their hands. But I'm going to tell you, I mean, the girls of Southern Charm should not be threatened, but the guys absolutely should. Because the difference in the Southern Hospitality crew is they're actually young and fun and out and single. And yeah, it's a much more diverse cast without feeling forced. It's going to be good. So if you're a big fan of Vanderpump Rules, if you're a big fan of Below Deck, Southern Charm, obviously, you're going to love this show. And first season, it kind of took a lot to establish their characters, but now, oh my gosh, some of them are really leaning into their personality, and it's good. First season, you had Grace Lilly, who was a little bit louder than everyone else, and Wavy Baby and all the stuff that she was doing, really trying to push her personal brand. But this year, you actually see some of the more established stars kind of take the spotlight. There's a cheating scandal. I can't really call it a scandal. I think everyone knew that Trevor was going to cheat again on Maddi. I mean, except for Maddi, I guess. She knew. But I still have so many questions for Maddi. At the very end of this episode, she is showing up to his house in the middle of her shift with a shovel in her hand. Again, she shows up to his house with a shovel in her hand. I am like, what you gonna do, girl? Because we got cameras. Like, if we're gonna do this, let's cut the cameras, right? If we're gonna get like a Lemonade style revenge, I wouldn't do it on Bravo. You know what I mean? Because liability. I don't know. The only problem about that is that Trevor's not one of those like main characters on the show. It's not like he has a confessional or anything like that. So, you know, we kind of never see, I feel like it was forced. They didn't make sense as a couple. And now we're just getting settled into like their real bar drama. So the only thing I'll say is that Leah, who is Leva's new partner, really, she's probably the only character I could care less about seeing again. She kind of comes in as like the stickler for all the rules, and I think it's because Leva is so nice and gives him a bunch of chances. She kind of needs someone like Leah beside her to like put her foot down and say, hey, you can't drink on shift and stuff like that. What we do see in the premiere is Mia getting fired because she's sticking up for Lucia. And Lucia was fired because she drank on the job, but a lot of the staff are mad about that because Lucia is a single mom and this is her main way of getting income. She's been there for like 7 years. I mean, it was kind of sudden, but at the same time, Leva took to the internet this week and said she's not the first, nor was she the only one that got fired that day. This was a clear rule. It's always been the rule. She even had someone who was a former OG staffer from Republic say, you know, people got fired for that back, 7, 8 years ago. So I really think it was just that Mia saw her moment to A, stick up for Lucia, that's her friend, but B, also kind of get some spotlight on her. She kind of, went for Joe Bradley last season, and Joe Bradley literally kissed her and then poured his heart out to confess his true love for Maddi, and then turned around and kissed her again and was rude to her. So I think Mia felt slighted. She's main character energy. So, I mean, this was her moment to kind of stick up for her friend and also, try to get all up in the business of her boss. The important thing to call out about Mia is that she has a full-on finance 9 to 5. Like, she's okay. So the rest of the staff, like, they're going to keep their head down and not stick up for their friend, but Mia doesn't need this job. She just hangs out at the bar. So she just decided that while she was there, she might as well make some good money. So I think we're going to see at some point there's going to be recognition of this, and hopefully they can reconcile it with Mia. But I'll tell you, I don't think she gets her job back based on how Leva talked about her. Really, creating a way for Mia to get this platform on the show after working at Lululemon, or Lucia was working at Lululemon. Leva went on a long rant. I'll post it here. But I do think we're seeing this new chapter in this show. Every first season, if you go back to watch any of these shows, even the Housewives feels very forced. And once you get through that first season where you meet the characters and you know their names and you know their relationships, that's when it starts getting good. Because now we're getting more of their authentic selves coming through in this second season. They're not nervous about the cameras being around them. They're showing more of what's going on in their lives. I think there's more to see. I do think from looking at the premiere, obviously Mia was there that night, and she should be. She is a main character, but I was really surprised because I was like, well, I guess everyone in this bar is about to see you get fired, and I guess things are okay because they let you come back in here, but I think there's more to this story. I think it's going to get uglier before it gets better. Last of all, I just want to say I think the guys of the show are clearly the life of the party. All the girls were there. Maddi was at the DJ booth. She played this sick song mix that was incorporating Wavy Baby into it. So that was fun to see her doing her thing as a DJ. As we can see from like James on Vanderpump Rules, we know that this could be really big for her DJ career. Although this show I don't think is going to be great for her relationships because yeah, it's just not a good look. Everyone said I told you so with this Trevor guy. And like, Maddi, you have so much going on for you. You're really going to fall for a guy who drives a bike taxi? Like, please tell me that's not his only method of income. Please. My God. What is that? Do you even get paid with like over the table for doing a bike taxi? Or is it just only cash and tips? I don't know. How does one become a bike taxi guy? Anyways, listen, Maddi is for the best. I do think Bradley and Joe Bradley are both the life of the party. TJ, life of the party. Mikkel was there. He had a very unique little outfit that cinched his waist. It was adorable. And he clearly had tons of friends there to celebrate him. So that was fun to see too. They are definitely the ones who are in the front. And they're all in with everybody, just having a good time. The girls were kind of off to their side in the back, doing their own thing. So maybe the fame and everything from Bravo is starting to elevate them. They just weren't as like social as everybody else. But yeah, that's what I thought about the premiere. Let me know, have you checked out the first episode of this season? Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks. Bye.